Okay, how to play Genesis Battle of Champions in 5 minutes. First thing we're gonna do is each player picks a champion. Here we have two champions, Idris and Raha. They both have a set of banners on their left side of their awareness. The awareness is when they're standing straight ahead. These are the tiles that they can affect with their moves and spells. Right here, Idris can see that square in front of her. Raha, she's a ranger, she can see these 3, 4 squares. Okay, champions have a life banner. You have 25 life with Idris. Set that on your D30 spin down. Or Raha has 22 life. They have a different aura start. So at the start of the game, Idris will have 125 aura. This is your mana in other games, your resources basically. You have that. You can spend that on turn 1 if you want to. May not be wise, may be wise. You have energy reduction, which is you make cards cost less energy by you get to mill less cards by doing this. Raha has 1, Idris has none. Okay, now we've got 250 chi max. You start the game with 250 chi. This is used for deck building purposes. So in your timeline of exactly 50 cards, your deck of exactly 50 cards, you get to include 250 chi worth of cards. This card right here, Angel of Retribution, costs exactly 8 chi of your 250 for the whole game. Okay, now we've got the right panel. The affiliation of cards is you can only have, right here with Idris, you can only have these types of cards in Idris's deck. They're all going to line up because they're all from the starter deck. Raha has a little bit of different cards she can include in her deck. Okay, we've got the effects of cards, which are these black timings of the cards. We've got 4 timings of cards. The action timing is during the champion or summons main phase. The swift timing can be done during the main phase, end phase, or end of round. Can also respond to other abilities. Then we've got continuous, which is basically all the time, like an instant or an interrupt. Then we've got trigger, which happens when a condition is met. So this one is a trigger costed ability. Okay, so after those black timings of effects is you've got the name of the move, which is beckon, which is when you beckon a card, you ETB, you play it, you put an exert token on it, which is basically summoning sickness. And then that one is going to cost to beckon this lightless type of scene of summon. There's 3 types of cards in the game pretty much. You've got your champions, which is outside of the main deck. Then you've got the summons, you've got spells, and enchantments. Okay, so this lightless type of scene is going to cost you 29 aura. This is the aura symbol. 29, you'll spend that 29 to beckon this card. You've got this swift move right here, range earth attack, which you can hit something for 6 damage that's within lightless type of Cena's awareness, 1 square right in front of it. Okay, then to pay that cost, the cost is in the white. So just like the aura cost was 29 to summon this guy, you can exert, which is put an exert token on it to pay to do that move, that range earth attack. Then you've got attack resistance, which is continuous, which is no cost, free. All damage dealt to lightless type of Cena by attack abilities is reduced by 1. Cool ability. All right, so then we've got summons have awareness, and spells can also have awareness. This is a spell electric. It has that awareness, which is if your champion or summon was right here, they can affect these 3 squares right here with this attack, with that spell. And then you'll put your champions right on the closest thing from the 6 long grid. You'll put it right in the middle of the 5 wide. Okay, so on the round order of the game, you'll start the game by drawing a card and remove all exert tokens if anybody has it. Then move phase, get to move 1. You can move left, right, up or down 1. And then you can also kind of do what you call a push. You can move twice, then that would take you straight to the end phase. But most of the time you don't want to do that. You can do the move, then you can rotate once, rotate any way to be more advantageous for your awareness. Then you can play any abilities that you want to, which is you can do any action or swift abilities on your main phase. And then So like a cost like this is to pay 2 life from your starting life, which is right here, your starting life. And then you would, this green flame right here is that you would discard cards from the top of your deck, which is called milling in some games. That's the cost to pay a card like this. So any kinds of these main phase actions, you can do that. Then once you get to the end phase, once everybody's pretty much exerted and done a move on the board, then you can play swift abilities at the end phase, and at the end of the turn, exert yourself, your champion, by placing a token on it. Then you go to the end of round. Anyone can still do swift abilities like this one, and then you go back to the beginning of the round, remove all exertion tokens, and then each champion draws a card. And that, my friends, is how you play Genesis Battle of Champions in 5 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. For your games, and Spock.